Erling Haaland is racking up goals like an unstoppable force. This season alone, the goal-guzzling machine has snatched a mind-boggling 23 goals in a mere 18 games. He's also raking in dough faster than a pizza delivery guy, reportedly pocketing close to $1 million a week in the Premier League. And with a jaw-dropping net worth of around $170 million, if that wasn't enough, he's laughing all the way to the bank with a boot deal worth a sweet $24 million a year from Nike. From cars to clothes and jets to luxury pads, let's dig into how he spends all that cash. Picture this scene. It's 2022, and Erling Haaland, the goal-scoring machine at Borussia Dortmund, is about to leave his teammates for his transfer to Man City. But does he just pack his bags, wave goodbye, and head out? Nah, man, that's not how Haaland rolls. Soon to be strutting around Manchester City after an absolute insane $63 million deal, he decided to treat his pals to a bunch of luxury Rolex watches, one for every member of the team. Dude bought the store clean out. And these wrist candies didn't even come cheap, costing between 13 to 15 bands each. And if that wasn't enough, they were hand-delivered by not one, but two limos straight from the Netherlands. Talk about splashing out. Guy's got a heart of gold and a limo full of Rolexes. Now, speaking of gifts, let's talk about the ones Haaland got for himself. And trust me, these aren't your average millionaire splurges. So, where does a football star like Haaland kick back after a hard day on the pitch? You might be thinking it's a fancy hotel suite or maybe a swanky penthouse. But nope, Haaland's got his sights set way higher. What about a jaw-dropping mansion in Marbella, Spain? He'd rather spend his time at his pad in the sunny city, and this place is no joke. It's got a 77 square meter pool for those hot summer days, a sauna for when he needs to sweat it out, a sprawling garden for some fresh air, and even an outdoor shower. And the price tag? A cool 6.5 million euros. But hey, when you're Erling Haaland, that's just pocket change. But wait, there's more. Haaland's not just content with one luxury pad. He's got his eyes on another crib, and it's none other than Pogba's former pad in Manchester. Talk about living in style. Moving from luxury mansions to high-end rides, Haaland's got it all. But what's a millionaire footballer without a collection of fancy cars, right? So buckle up, because we're taking a trip through Haaland's car collection. This guy's got a garage that will make even the biggest car enthusiasts envious. And trust me, these aren't your run-of-the-mill rides. First up, we've got an Audi RS7. This beast is a high-performance sedan that can go from 0 to 60 in no time flat. It's got all the bells and whistles you'd expect from a luxury ride, and it set Haaland back a cool 120 grand. But hey, when you're a football superstar, you gotta ride in style, right? The Audi RS7 is just the tip of this Norwegian's iceberg, though, because Haaland's also got a Mercedes-Benz, a BMW, and an Audi Q7 in his collection. These rides are top of the line, customized to meet Haaland's high-end style. And when Haaland's tearing up the pitch, just remember, he's probably driving home in a ride that's just as impressive. But if you thought Haaland's car collection was emptying his checkbook, wait till you hear about his watch collection. This guy's got more timepieces than a Swiss watchmaker, and they're not just any old watches. We're talking all the heavy hitters. Rolexes, Hublots, and APs. First up, we've got the Rolex Submariner Date Smurf Edition, a stunning piece with an oceanic blue bezel that set him back around $40,000. Then there's the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Double Balance Wheel Open Worked. This stainless steel stunner with rose gold hour markers that cost anywhere between $70,000 to $140,000. He's also picked himself up a yellow gold Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Jumbo Extra Thin. That's worth a cool $350,000. That's more than most people's houses. And let's not forget about the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak with a salmon dial valued at a whopping $300,000. This guy's wrist is worth more than a luxury car lot. Our boy Haaland started his watch collection at the tender age of 19, back when he was playing for Red Bull Salzburg. Since then, he's been snatching up pieces and building a serious obsession as a seasoned watch collector. And if you think Haaland's watch obsession has gone unnoticed? Think again. Swiss luxury watchmaker Breitling saw the potential in our watch-loving striker and signed him up as a brand ambassador last October. So next time you see Haaland on the pitch, don't just look at his footwork, check out his wrist, because that's where the real action is. So we know by now our football superstar likes rolling in style, not just at home, but while traveling as well. In the glitzy island of Mykonos, he's been spotted living it up like there's no tomorrow. According to the grapevine, Haaland didn't just paint the town red, he practically bought it. We're talking a whopping 500,000 euros splashed out in a single night at a restaurant. That's enough to buy a luxury boat, or at least a pretty fancy dinghy. But wait, it gets better. Not content with just blowing $500,000 on dinner, Haaland then reportedly left a tip that would make even the most generous of us blush. A cool 30,000 euros. That's not a tip. That's a down payment on a house. Of course, Haaland, ever the party pooper, denied these reports, calling them fake news. But we can't help but wonder. After all, where there's smoke, there's usually a footballer with a burning hole in his pocket. But traveling through all these amazing locations, Haaland doesn't usually disappoint his fashion-focused fans either. In the glamorous playground of Monaco, where the rich and beautiful flock like seagulls to the coast, Haaland's usually among them. Amidst the throngs of celebrities, guess who's rocking an outfit that screams, "Look at me"? None other than the football sensation himself. But here's the kicker. His wardrobe is as unique as a unicorn riding a unicycle. He struts around in a Dolce & Gabbana tracksuit, the kind that'll force you to do a double take. It's red and white striped like a candy cane on steroids. And get this, folks. It only sets him back a mere 1,240 euros. Pocket change, right? His feet are adorned with matching red and white sneakers, also from Dolce & Gabbana. Those bad boys cost a cool 795 euros. Who needs a mortgage payment when you can have fancy kicks like that? Swapping out his D&G to slip on his ice boots, prepare to be frozen in shock, my friends, because Erling Haaland is taking his coolness to a whole new level. This soccer Iceman has just dropped a staggering 50,000 pounds on a cryotherapy chamber for his fancy Cheshire pad, a walk-in ice pod that can freeze your socks off at minus 200 degrees Celsius. Talk about chilling in style. But hey, it's not just for show. This icy wonderland is a secret behind Haaland's mint condition. The Norwegian goal machine knows that freezing his tissues like a popsicle can do wonders for recovery and rehab. And boy, does it work. Since joining Manchester City, this 22-year-old phenomenon has netted 11 goals in just 7 Premier League games, including a couple of hat tricks. Now that's the power of the cryo. I mean, just picture it. Haaland, with his steely gaze and protective mitts, stepping into the body-sized capsule like a superhero entering their lair. Cue the liquid nitrogen swirling around the chamber, turning the air into a winter blizzard. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. He's got every icy trick up his sleeve to stay at the top of his game. But then looking at his whopping paycheck, no wonder he can afford to freeze himself like a human popsicle. Haaland's no stranger to living the high life, and that doesn't end when he decides to travel abroad. When you're a football star like Haaland, you don't just hop on a commercial flight like the rest of us mere mortals. No. You charter a private jet, and not just any private jet, but a VistaJet's Challenger 850 model. This isn't your average tin can in the sky, folks. Coming in at a whopping $11,000 an hour, this thing's a flying palace. He's up there cruising at 41,000 feet, lounging on one of the 3 divan seats, or maybe even catching some Z's on one of the 5 beds. You've got your own personal cabin crew catering to your every whim, and when you're not gazing out of the window at the world below, you're catching up on your favorite shows on the in-flight TV monitors. This jet is the epitome of luxury, boasting one of the largest, most productive and comfortable corporate cabins available. And it's not just about comfort, it's about staying connected too. With onboard Wi-Fi, Haaland can keep up with his social media or maybe even watch some of his own highlight reels. And this isn't just one-off for Haaland. He's been known to charter private jets for his various excursions, like that time he jetted off to the 2021 Monaco Grand Prix, another part of his life where he doesn't mind spilling some cash. Did you know he's a massive fan of Formula 1? When he's not tearing it up at the pitch, Haaland's all about the need for speed. Haaland's so into F1, he doesn't watch the races from his couch. Nah, he's all about the VIP experience. He's been spotted at the Monaco Grand Prix, rubbing shoulders with the likes of Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. Whether it's his car collection or VIP entracing to the tracks, he's clearly not afraid to drop some serious cash to fuel his need for speed. Now that's what I call living life in the fast lane.